Alrighty. I think there's two people waiting, and I think they're both me. I think they're both me, right? So I know because I got me on the TV and I've got me on the little pad here, and it says that there's two waiting. So, hey, let's see my Alrighty. Alrighty. So that was my wife calling, Lisa. She was calling, so she wants to say hi to everybody because she didn't know that I was going live at 8 o'clock instead of 9 o'clock. So, but we are here at 8 o'clock. And like I said, there was two people that were waiting, and both of them are me. But now I see three people on there. I'm going to go ahead and start getting things set up here. All right, get my little fireplace going. So I got this little log. I got to paint a white blaze on here. I think that'd be pretty cool. But I am going to do a coffee, and then we're going to get talking about this week and what took place this week, and answer any questions that you might have throughout the evening here. But I'm going to stay on probably just an hour, just 1 hour, unless you guys talk me into going a little longer, which has happened before, but I'm going to try to keep it to an hour. All right, get this fired up. I want to get this water going. So I can get our coffee going. Hopefully I'm going to put this as that stroke hand. Give it a twist. So I'm gripping a little better with this hand. So it is definitely gripping better. Coffee. Now today, make sure it's a little bit more. All right. So I am going to do what's called a pour over. You might have seen me do one of these. I did one when I was in the rehab center. Lisa and I picked these up at the REI store, but this one is a Bold Awakening. I'll see if I can get it close to the camera. So this is a pour over coffee. So it does come with a little cardboard kit in there. We'll go for a slow boil. All right. So this is that coffee. This is what's called a pour over. It has a pour over bag to it. I don't think there's any other flavors. It's just called Bold Awakening. Earthy, dark cocoa, and dried berry. So there is a few other flavors in there too. Earthy, dark cocoa, and wild or dried berry. So we'll see how that is. But you've got to get it set up over the cup and then pour the water on it. If we can open it. So I don't know if you've ever tried one of these. They're pretty cool. So they've got this little cardboard piece on the side here, and you just kind of give it a pull like that. So it's got wings. So you take that and you place that over your cup like that. But you've got to open this filter bag here first. So you just give that a quick rip across. And you can see the coffee's down in there. Oh. So the coffee's down in there. So this makes like a little pouch, and you set it over here. Now on the filming of this one that I did the other day, when I was in the rehab, not regular rehab, the for the stroke, that kind of rehab. So I don't want you to get the wrong impression. But if I had to go to one, I would. So when I did that one from when I was in the wheelchair, I would take the camera and I'd put it here, and then I'd put it over here, then over here, and I keep slowly pouring the water so that I could do different angles for when I did the editing process. And that's always really cool how that works. So I'm going to try to get this pad up here. Now, I won't notice a lot of times if somebody does a comment while I'm talking. So what I'm going to try to do this week is I've got this little pad. And if anybody sets a, let's see. If anybody says a comment, it will go right to the top. I'm guessing. Maybe. I don't know if this thing's working. Okay. All right. There we go. Hello from Massachusetts. Hey, Tony. So Team Stealth from Ontario. RVN Chronicles, Dave's in the house. And Katie, Lisa Crystal. Lisa, who comments a lot. Northern New Jersey. Nice. All right. Now I'm starting to see him here. All right. There we go. All right. Good deal. But I want to thank everybody for coming and joining us tonight. Like I said, I got this little candle going here. It's a little ambience, kind of like my fire going. But we are starting to boil. Oh, yeah, it's looking good there. So I'm going to give that just a couple more seconds. And then we're going to do a pour over into here and see how that turns out. Let that steep. So this week has been pretty crazy. And I don't know if you've seen yet, but I have a premiere coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow at, I believe, 8 o'clock. It's either 8 o'clock, no, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock premiere. Now, what is that premiere? I'll go ahead and turn that off. She's boiling there. So the premiere is part of the Stealth Camping Alliance. Man, I just couldn't wait to get out. And now I'm not able to drive yet. Okay, I'm just going to give us a slow pour while I'm talking. You can hear it running through the filter and a little noise down in there. It's filling up. It's looking good. All right. So I was, you're going to see the program probably in 2 more days. So it'll be after you see the premiere. But I put the 28-pound backpack on my last occupational and physical therapy appointment, which was Thursday. And I walked around the living room and I was like, this is 28 pounds. Felt pretty good. And I'm thinking to myself, I've got everything in there that I could do a stealth camp if I wanted to, right? But where would I go? How would I get there? Those were some of the logistical things. So Lisa worked, she's working a night. So she worked Friday night, Saturday, and then tonight. Well, she left for work around 2 o'clock. And I don't know, my wheels started turning and I'm thinking, and I gave my one daughter, Rachel, a call. And you'll see her in the show on the premiere tomorrow. I don't want to give too much away, but she drives me to a local Walmart and drops me off. We say goodbye, and then I head into the woods right across the street from the Walmart. Now, I had the parking lot there, and there's a 4-way red light. Aldi's, Tractor Supply, Dollar Tree, a little complex cigar shop and stuff, and then Walmart on the one corner. So I went into the area that's for sale. Now, I was maybe 20, 30 yards in, there. But it was my first time getting out into the woods again since the stroke. Now, I've walked around the block, around the sidewalk, a couple times with the therapist, but I've never gone into the woods. So I started walking when Rachel dropped me off, and I had to go up a bank, up a couple of rocky areas, and as I was walking, this right leg, I'm not able to lift it a lot, or there's not a whole lot of control with it still. That's why I'm really looking forward to getting to the outpatient physical therapy, which I am starting, believe, Wednesday. So, but I got this leg kind of dragging along and flipping along, and I was hoping I didn't catch a twig between my 2 feet, which I did once. Almost went down, grabbed a tree. Unfortunately, that's not on film. That would have made a good video, right? Me laying on the ground, help, I can't get up. But that's one of the things my daughter was worried about, is me falling in the woods. Now, as Rachel and I are driving, she goes, does Mom know you're going camping? And I said, oh, I don't know. I didn't tell her yet. So I said I would tell her when she called later that night. And I was in the woods already. So I did get the hammock set up, and you're going to see that episode tomorrow. I hope you'll join me. It is a premiere. It'll be my first premiere. Basically, it's titled I'm Back. Not 100%, but at least I'm back doing some of the stuff that I enjoy doing. And so I did see some really cool flowers and different things. But it was a great night. It took a lot longer to set the hammock up than what I used to be, because I can lift this arm, but it takes a while. Like, I can lift the arm, but that's nothing in it. If I have something in it, it's a lot harder. So me pulling the hammock up and a strap over and trying to get that buckle, I did use my teeth a couple times. But it was a nice night, and you'll see that. So she dropped me off. Then she comes back at 8:30 in the morning and picks me back up in the parking lot. So I was sitting there next to the light, all packed out, ready to go. And there was somebody that drove by, and they rolled down their window, and they said, hey, where are you hiking from? I said, just right up there in the woods. He goes, oh, okay. So I think he thought I was on some long distance hike, because I had this 55 liter pack on, and it was loaded. But it had my tarp, my under quilt. Go and check out the hammock section playlist if you want to see exactly what I had. But it's the tarp under quilt. Now, I'm probably not going to pack that under quilt out again if I go, because it was quite, even at 60 degrees, I think I'd have been good in just the hammock. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Okay. Oh, yeah. So this is all done. I'm going to put that on this cup. Just so I can throw it away later on. Down here. Alrighty. So I believe it's pronounced Kuju, Kuju, I believe. I don't know. If it isn't, that's how I pronounce it. So we're going to give that a try. Like I said, it's a bold awakening is what it's called. Not that I want to be boldly awakened right now, because it's getting late. Wow, that is very good coffee. Yep, so that's very, very good. So Lisa and I picked this up at the REI store in Mechanicsburg, when we were there last. Um, so we've got a couple of them. So I do have that. So very, very good. So one of the episodes that I did earlier this week was with the hammer. Uh, so so there's the hammer. I think I said, "Oh, I can't snap." So and then hammer appeared. The ability to edit, but giving that hammer a turn, helping that arm to turn. So that's part of the physical therapy, trying to get this hand to fully turn. Now, I'm not hiking this elbow and this shoulder as much as I was anymore, but gripping power is really weak. But taking that hammer over. So that's some of the stuff that I've been practicing with. And the more centered you get that hammer, the easier it is to turn. But at one point, if you remember, I couldn't even hold it. It would just drop right out of my hand. So that's some of the things that I've been working on regularly. Like I said, you got to challenge yourself every single day. It seems like, and you will continue to get maybe not huge progress, but any progress, forward progress, is better than none. So I know Grumpy Jim, um, he had messaged me earlier. He had cut some tendons and arteries in his hand, and he squeezed a sponge ball quite a bit. And he said, it's taken a while, but he's getting that hand back. So let me see if I'm just going to take a quick gander here to see if anybody commenting. Hello, simply exploring and adventuring. Welcome, Marla. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Gary, I appreciate it from Utah. All right. Yes, it's hard for me to see without my readers sometimes. So you can't believe I didn't even know what I did with them. So, oh well, I'm done. I didn't think I used to need them. I used to say, "Oh, I don't need glasses. I don't." No, that's fine. I really don't need them. But I'll tell you what, they are really helpful. Now everything's blurry when I got them on like this, seeing they're only readers. Lisa picked them up for me the other day, but I guess I'll use them. So, what did I cook on that stealth camping night the other night? I actually cooked here again from RDI. We picked this up. It's a Patagonia meal, organic red bean chili. Uh, it's meatless. It was 660 calories. It was a meatless chili, but the best dang meatless chili I've ever tasted. It was really, really good. Um, it was 2.5 servings. I ate the whole bag. Now this is the bag. I had it in my pack. I packed it out because remember, leave no trace. So I did pack it out, and I've got that. I might smell it. That smells good. So Patagonia, it got the 2.0 approval. I got that stroke hand 2.0. All right, that's getting better, better. So, hey, I do want to say that anybody that has subscribed and you are part of the 2.0 family. All right. So thanks for being along, and really appreciate each one of you. So, does anybody have any specific questions for me? I know I am going to be starting outpatient therapy. So I'm done now with inpatient or in-home therapy. It was great. It was a nice transition from being in the hospital setting where you had that daily care and the 3 hours of therapy a day and then coming home. I know when they had came to the house in the beginning, they said that I would probably do better with outpatient therapy, but ride and getting there is a little difficult right at the moment. But there is one close by. Hey, if you saw in an earlier episode, I got my hair cut. so, so one of the episodes this week, when Lisa and I went to do Trail Magic shopping, we were pulling out. We were heading to Walmart, not Walmart, Weiss store, because there was a couple of things that Lisa had to get, and we thought, well, you know what? We passed by, and there's an old building here in town, and it had open and grand opening on the side. So I said, I think they do haircuts, and it said walk-ins. So we went in, and Morning Star is actually her name, and we were wondering if it was something like a trail name or some kind of name like that. She goes, no, my mom was a hippie, and she thought Morning Star was a good name. We thought maybe she was Indian, but she's not. But really super nice lady, and she looked at me and she said, hey, do you want a new look? And I said, I don't know. So I called Lisa and I said, hey, she's saying about giving me a new look. Did I want to get a new look? And so Lisa said, well, does it involve color, right? And so I don't have any product on it, but supposedly you brush it forward and then you turn the front up a little bit, and that's supposed to stick up in the air and make you look younger. So I don't know if it does or not, but we'll go with it. And I said we're going to rock this haircut for a while. But we went from there over to Weiss store to pick up things for Trail Magic, because we wanted to get out and do some Trail Magic this past week for the Appalachian Trail. Now, I know a lot of people, in fact, this weekend is Trail Days down in Damascus, Virginia, and there's supposedly 20,000 hikers converging on that little town. Now, not all of them are hiking the Appalachian Trail, but they either have done sections or I watched the parade on, somebody live streamed it a little bit, but they were carrying signs like 2016 class, AT hikers, 2019, 2020, 2021. So they were carrying signs, and then there was loads of people in those sections that had all hiked the Appalachian Trail over the last couple of years. So there's a big parade down there. And then they have a talent show today. Now it's probably over now. They're breaking things down, but a lot of vendors backpacking products and hiking products, outdoor products and things like that. I like to make it down there next year. I'd like to run down there this year. They said they had a great turnout. But we got all kinds of stuff, tasty cakes, but we had most everything that we needed, but I had to get bread and also cheese for the 2.0 grilled cheese, which we had. So Lisa and I go shopping, and she's got this thing for Flav City. It's an app, and you'll see it on that program. But Bobby Parrish, he goes to like Costco's and different grocery stores, Aldi's, and he scans the barcode, and his app will tell you if it's Bobby approved. Now, what that is, does it have harmful ingredients in it? What kind of stuff like flavoring or organic flavoring? So we scan that products when we go to the grocery store. In fact, I ended up going to the restroom at the other end of the store and back to where Lisa was at, and she just finished scanning looking for a mayonnaise. So she spent about 10-15 minutes there. So needless to say, when we go to the grocery store, if she's scanning things, it takes us a while. But that app is pretty cool. But you can see a lot of videos. He talks about different things health-wise, food and what's good, what's not good, and some organic flavoring is not good. But as a whole thing. You've got to be into that stuff to understand it or like it. So, but Lisa does Bobby approved, Bobby unapproved. So that's why I started doing Tony 2.0 approved when we do the meals. But in the video, we scanned an olive oil and it was approved. Then we scanned something else and it wasn't approved. We found a coffee, a iced coffee that was Bobby approved. So we bought that. And needless to say, I turned right around after filming Lisa scanning this coffee and I see Tasty Cakes. so I start talking because there were three for $10, 3 boxes for $10. And the one hiker on Trail Magic last week previous, said we had, I think they were crumpets, butterscotch crumpets. And he was like, you can only get these in Pennsylvania. Is that? And he was excited about it. But those were not Bobby approved, but everything for Trail Magic is not Bobby approved. Because I did from all these, I got gummy bears and also sour worms. They were only like 95 cents a bag, and they were like pouches. So we put those out again this week. So we did go Wednesday doing Trail Magic, and man, first guy comes up, Amsterdam. Now, what's really cool about him, he's hiking the trail. Now, he's only got 90 more days before he's got to fly back to Amsterdam. And we're like, is your parents okay with it? And they said, yes, they trust me. He was a really nice young man, 16 years old in the United States, hiking the Appalachian Trail. And he had already made it to where we were, which is about 1,150 miles. So we're at where we were at was about 1,150, which is the 501 shelter. So in Amsterdam, he was really cool, a young man, already graduated from high school. So when he goes back to Amsterdam, he was going to go to college for, I think, we did ask engineering, I believe. But Alaska man, he came up. He was actually a retired economist, I believe. And Beer Girl, boy, was she fun. So she was there, and she has been she commented down in the comment section after that video about the grilled cheese and stuff. But we had a lot of fun with her. She's a Beer Girl from Las Vegas. Very, very nice. Her Instagram is on the channel, so she's putting up some things as she hikes towards Katahdin in Maine. But she was super, super. And then Bubbles, and then Macy. So, actually, Beer Girl, she was a educator. So I believe that she used to be a teacher, and now she's hiking the trail right now. And then I don't remember what Bubbles did, but I believe she was retired. And then Macy, he had a regular job before he started hiking. Now he's only hiking out of Shippensburg so far, so he was only about 100 miles in. But if anybody knows of Leapfrog Cafe, so he was just about 3 miles from where we were at. And I've never met him. Fresh grounds, I would love to meet him. But he was up in the area. I didn't get a chance to see him. I only found out that he was there at the other place the same day we were at where we were. And then one of the hikers and their husband is hiking the trail, and we missed them by a day. In fact, she commented that she was there on Thursday. So, darn, now, I know it's kind of hard to catch everybody, but I really, if you're coming through and we can get out and we can meet you, we certainly hope we do. Now, Dave from our NRV Chronicles is and is still in the works of planning on getting out with me. Uh, so we're gonna maybe do a breakfast one morning, but we're trying to figure all that. You know, life's kind of busy for him right now, but we will be getting out. Some days I don't do nothing except for my exercise right now, but yeah, but that's keeping me busy. Yep. So, so the Trail Magic, that was a lot of fun. We had the 2.0 grilled cheese. They are a big hit, big hit. You know, we use a whole stick of butter, and I'm figuring out that a pound of cheese and one loaf of bread is about how it goes, because we always put two slices on, you know, the 2.0, but they are nice and gooey. I've learned that if I keep it real low, it gives it a chance to melt the cheese good enough, and I don't have to cover it. So that's been going real good. Yeah. Alrighty. So I should check my comments here quick. uh, there's probably a whole bunch of them on here. I gotta get my readers. Yes, Lisa, the therapy of the forest is amazing. I was so blessed. I was in tears, believe it or not. When I was in the woods, when I came out, I was sitting at the pole. I had to record the ending 3 times because I started crying. I was sitting with a cup of coffee. I came out of the woods. I walked to the gas station. Now you'll see that in the film. I don't want to give the whole premiere away, but I made a cup of coffee there, and then I went over to the light post where Rachel dropped me off. And I'm sitting there at the post. My The bag is leaning up against the post. I've got the coffee sitting there, and I'm drinking it. People are driving by, and they're looking like, "What is this guy doing?" And I'm just sitting there, and I take my tripod and the camera, and I use my tripod as a selfie stick. So it's just my tripod and my camera. That's all I take in the woods to do my videoing and editing with. In fact, I had that whole video almost edited before I left the woods. So that's the beauty of being able to do it on the go and on your phone, which is going to be great for when I do the Appalachian Trail. So, and I'm saying I'm doing it. I haven't officially said I'm doing it because I've still got to get this leg going. But I'm sitting there up against the pole, drinking my coffee, and trying to film myself. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, oh my goodness, this is what hiker trash feels like. And it felt good. It really did. And yeah, I get pretty emotional thinking about it. But yes, very good therapy in the woods. There's a flower that I film. It's really neat. It must be. It's like a. It's pink. It's. I think it might be like some type of a slipper lily, or I don't know if that's actually a thing, but I can't show you the picture of it either because it's on my phone, and my phone is doing things. But you have to watch the video. But it's the only flower I filmed. It's really cool. Oh yeah, yes. Simply exploring an adventure with Lewis. Yeah, Flav City. Flav City. I tell you what, I like watching that. He does a lot of cooking. Oh, okay. Turn off the sound on the. Oh, thanks, Dave. How do I turn the sound off? All right. Oh, I turned it up. There we go. All right. Thanks, Dave. I hope that wasn't too bad. Uh, PA Patriot Prospecting. Hey, brother, how you doing? Uh, you and Lester got out gold panning the other day. I saw out on Rock Bottom Creek. That was a lot of fun. You know, I just watched last night. I am part of a Stealth Camping Alliance group, and Hidden Hammock Josh. Um, he took a bus ride 2 hours to a city, got off the bus, went and bought sushi, goes down in the woods with his, he got a little backpack with him and strung up a hammock, but he found a stream. Man, that looked pretty good. I thought, man, if I had my pan and I'd take a couple test pans from that stream. I think he's in Nova Scotia, I believe. It's a beautiful area. But if you ever want to check out Stealth Camping Alliance, look up Hidden Hammock and check his video out. Here we go. Over on Beaver Creek. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, yeah, those grilled cheese, they are a hit. They are really, really a hit. Um, so yes, yes, yes. So I'm not stable enough to get back onto the creek to do any kind of gold panning yet, but I'm hoping to as I get more sturdy. Like I said, I'm going to go do outpatient therapy. I believe the nurse is coming in like one day this week, I believe Tuesday, and she's going to give me the okay, sign me off, in other words, from home therapy. And then I'll be completely done with in home therapy. And I want to thank Harry and everybody, Ken, that came to do home therapy with me, Catherine, because, you know, that was really encouraging, and you gave me a lot of good stuff to do. So I will say that if you ever do in-home therapy, physical, occupational, anything like that, take advantage of it, because it really is, it can be that bridge to going somewhere else. So I do start outpatient occupational therapy or physical therapy this week with Aaron. It's Aaron, and they're about 3 blocks away. So I believe I'll be walking most of the time. But like I found in the woods, you're going to see that I did this stealth camp. I didn't go too far. So distance for me right now, not good. Like I walk around the block and I've got to come back in and sit down. It's a little much on my hip. In fact, I did that. Harry showed me a good hip stretch for that hip. And after I walk long distance like that, well, to me, that long distance right now, stretching that hip out, getting down on the floor and doing that is really helpful. And that video, I don't know if the thumbnail or what, just talking about the hip, but it's getting a lot of views. So I hope it's helping people. I really do. All right. So like I said, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock is the premiere of that stealth camp. It was a full moon too, man. That was nice looking at the moon through the trees. There's now there was some gunshots not too far away. I was talking to my one daughter, Rachel, and I called my other daughter, Gabrielle, from the woods. I believe, well, no, Lisa. I talked to her when I was in the woods a little bit. But at one point, I heard my friend Dave. I was talking with Dave. I heard gunshots. In fact, I think Dave and we did a video call, so he got to see my setup with the tarp and everything, the hammock, while I was in there hanging. Yeah. So, all right, PA Patriot, good night. Have a good night. We're heading to Nova Scotia in a couple weeks. To hike? Really? Oh my goodness. Mick Gen 17 going on Nova Scotia. Do you post pictures? Or do you do any kind of Instagram or anything like that that you can share? What we'll do is I'd love to see some pictures from Nova Scotia. That'd be really, really nice. So if you can do that, and if you want to share your Instagram, you can do that on here because, like I said, Nova Scotia, beautiful, beautiful. Um, so, so does anybody have a question for me? Oh, Lisa is working tonight. Yeah, she works every other Sunday night, so she's working tonight. Yeah, you know what? Lisa really loved. I have a lot of trouble. Now, if you guys are out there, and if your wife doesn't have the video channel, like she isn't doing it or started it, she's probably going to be uncomfortable being on the camera. But Lisa is starting to warm up to it, warm up to the channel and warm up to the videoing and being on video. So we're last Sunday night when we did that Sunday night live, she actually really, really enjoyed it. And I enjoyed having her on, and I think people enjoyed having her here too. So I would say next Sunday, and I'm thinking of doing it. Do you comment in the comment section if you think 8 o'clock rather than 9 o'clock works better? You know, if you would like that, see that 8 o'clock rather than 9 o'clock. So I think I'm going to do 8 o'clock. You know, what I kind of wished is I would have done, instead of tomorrow night, that premiere, I'd have had it go off like earlier tonight and then schedule a live right after it. And then we could talk about it. I know I'll be on there and I'll be in the comments section, but it's really neat maybe afterwards to have a, I'm seeing, was that 8 p.m.? Okay. So 2 Davids. Do I get a third David to say 8 p.m.? I think if we get 3 Davids, we have a, because Dave from RNRB Chronicles and David Bellevue saying 8 p.m. So far, okay, I'll do my little auctioneering. Hey, do I hear 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. 9, 9, 9. No, 8, 8, going once, going twice. I need some. Sold. 8 o'clock it is. So we're going to do 8 o'clock. so 8 o'clock it is. We didn't get a third David, I don't believe. But it's still 8 o'clock. 8 it is. 8 it is. Yes, it is. So 8 o'clock. I think 8 o'clock is nice. But yeah. So, boy, this coffee's good. So we did the hammer and the putty. I think we'll be doing it's already scheduled tomorrow night is that premiere, and then I already have maybe me putting the backpack on the closeout with occupational therapy and stuff like that. So we have that closeout. If you can tell, shoot from the hip. Dave. No, I don't plan. I kind of plan out a little bit, but not really. Uh, hey, Lester, how you doing? You're at work? Oh, nice, nice. Thought you'd drop in for a bit. You got that 2.0 hand signal. I think that would be a cool shirt to have that. The emoji 2, um, and then a dot for like a point, and then an O for like okay. I think that would be neat. Oh, okay. Great, great, great. Yes, fabulous randoms. Okay, perfect. All right, so everybody see that? Mick Jen in the comments. So she is on Instagram. So she puts the pictures up uh, from Nova Scotia. So that will be perfect. All right. So I think I'm kind of missing my hat a little bit. I don't know. They said it made me look younger like that. But I tell you, I went to go find a hat. I love this hat. It's nice and soft in the back. I cannot find a hat like it anywhere. I put one on the other day. In fact, I bought one last year. You'll see that in the Ocean City, Maryland boardwalk in my videos. You'll see that I got this other hat. Let me just step over here. What's this? This one here. This, it's not as fine, the mesh. It's not as fine, and it stands up a little high for me. And I don't know, I got the tan. I like the dark green, and this one's more flexible, and I don't know. I just seem to have this is my favorite hat, so I like it. But this, I guess, if I wanted to dress up, maybe I use that one every once in a while. People said they like it. It's the same brand, that Quiet Storm. It's a fishing hat. It's the same brand, but I just like this one better. I think it looks good on me. Not that anyhow. So let's see. Yeah, 2.0. Yeah, do the point that way. Have you decided on a name for the Hummer yet? Not yet. I think Lisa actually liked Buttercup. I'm just having trouble. I'm thinking of a more masculine name for the Hummer. I don't want to say like, hey, so we're gonna go for a hike and we'll get back. We're gonna leave Buttercup over there and point to Buttercup, and yeah, my Buttercup. So I don't know. I'm still not sure yet. But Buttercup seems to be trending, right? That and sunshine. Lisa likes sunshine. So I don't want to leave my sunshine in the parking lot. I want to take it with me, right? So, but yeah, we still haven't figured that out yet. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, I like Sunny. Now, Sunny, I haven't thought of that one yet. I have to say, there's Sunny. Yeah, it could be Sunny or Sunny. It's always sunny in Philadelphia. That show reminds me of that show. I think Jay from Jay Wanders Out mentioned that in one of his episodes the other day that he watches that show. But Sunny, okay, that might work. That might work. I don't know. I guess when we choose it, we're gonna choose it. I gotta figure out how to do like when you put three options or choices and then whatever gets the most percentage. I guess a survey. Do a survey. I gotta check into YouTube. I think I can do a survey. Pretty sure I can. So, yep. All right. So, like I said, does anybody have a question about maybe something that we did or something that we're going to do this week? But I do want to say we got 13 likes. I appreciate everybody giving us the like. Um, oh, Newfoundland. Oh, nice. Definitely. Very, very nice. So, Newfoundland. Yeah, I'd like to get up in some of those areas and do some hikes like that. That'd be nice. But help me get there, right? First, I got to be able to walk better and not get tired as much. Because just going up, you'll see when I was going up the incline, uh, coming out of the Walmart, just the way I was walking, I'm not hiking the hip as much as I was, but I don't feel it as it's swinging through. Oh, Mountain Dew. So I'm going to pour this. This has been part of our trail magic. It's really gone quite well, Mountain Dew. I think that's going to be one of our staples. Now I'm having coffee and a Mountain Dew, and I am planning on going to bed still, and not too long from now. But I have ice here. I wanted something cold. Ooh, it's got some water in it. All right. Nothing like a Dew. Yeah, I keep saying Jay from Jay Wanders Out. His trail name shouldn't be Elias. It should be Mountain Dew. So I'm gonna make sure I got some Mountain Dews. At least I think he'll probably drink two. Make sure I've got enough for when we see him. I believe probably in about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, we'll run into Jay from Jay Wanders Out. If you haven't seen him or any of his videos on the trail and you want to follow the Appalachian Trail, he is great at cinematography and just his demeanor as he goes through the trail, walking and talking about it. And he takes his time and shows you a lot of stuff on the trail. So if you want, check out Jay from Jay Wanders Out. And like I said, we're going to be seeing him in a couple weeks. Yeah. No, Dave, I'm not going to call you at 2 o'clock. We're drinking all this caffeine. Boy, that tastes good, though. Yeah, it's a little yellow, mellow yellow. So, yeah. So put this burner away. Now this is Desert Fox burner on the top of this. This one here, it's not the BRS. The BRS is the one that I normally use. But like I said, this Desert Fox, I started liking this one because it's got a bigger platform to set the container on. So, but the one thing about this one is when I put it in my cup, it doesn't quite, it fits, but it's a little bit up. So you should really take it off, detach it from the bottle. But I know the BRS one, you can leave it on and it drops right down in and pack that away. So I got this, that I took this along with me Friday when I did the stealth camp. I ended up not using it. I used a little, I think it's in here. This here, it's like a little stove. I used this for the first time under the bridge. The stealth camp that I did under the bridge. But I really like this thing. It's, I'm going to get it out here. it makes like a little fireplace, and there's a grate. I'm gonna get a lot of black soot on me, soot on my hands. But then you take twigs. So I've got one more piece in here. This piece. So this goes on the bottom. It attaches in there inside, and then this, you set it down, and then you feed the twigs in on that side, and then the flame comes up through, and then I set my pot on top of that. You'll see me doing that on the Premier, but this is what I used. I did have that along just in case I need to heat the hot water up, but that did an amazing job. And you just break twigs and stick them in there. Now I used the Bushcraft, Bigfoot Bushcraft fire starters, so I just did one quick light and it fired right up, and then I just stuck the twigs in. I filled it up, and it was enough to boil that water for that Patagonia chili. Man, that was delicious, delicious, delicious. Very, very good. Thank you so much, Mick Jen. Have a great week, and I'm almost, I believe, or we're almost getting close to an hour. Oh, yeah. Yep. So we got about 4 more minutes. We're going to close this up right at 1 hour. So I want to thank everybody for coming along. I'm not sure this week what we have going on, but I know Lisa's off for a stretch. So we're probably going to get out to the Appalachian Trail at least one day to do some trail magic. I'd still like to get down to Duncannon to see Betsy over kind of outdoorsy. So I'd like to get over there at least one day this week. But it's going to depend on what my schedule looks like for getting up to doing the therapy. All right. So, yes, RVN Chronicles. Everybody have a great night. Thank you very much for coming along. And remember, it's just one adventure at a time. And we'll see you all week long. Hopefully, we'll have a video every day. But 2.0, I'll come back tomorrow and go on and hit the reminder to remind yourself to watch that live. So the premiere of me stealth camping for the first time, 50 days out from the stroke. So we'll catch you tomorrow. Hopefully you'll be on. If not, you can watch it right after the live whenever you get a chance. But greatly appreciate you, and thank you much, and you have a great night. All right. See ya.